All right, so we're going to look at percent yield, which is just a way of calculating how well you did the reaction. So we have our experimental yield, which is the actual yield, so it's the one found in the lab. A lot of times, or if it's not an actual lab, then it has to be given to you in the problem. Theoretical yield is the one that we find by stoichiometry. So this is the one that you have to calculate. And then when we divide them and multiply by 100, that gives us the percent yield. So we want a high percent yield. A high percent yield tells you that you've created most of your product, that you didn't waste anything. So if we're working in industry, we would want a high percent yield because then that means we're not wasting money with our reactants. All right, so we only have one example to work through. I told you this one was going to be a short video. So here's our reaction. We have to balance it. So we have 1 carbon, 4 hydrogens, 2 hydrogens. So we're going to multiply by 2. 2 plus 2 oxygens. So we have 4 oxygens on this side, so we're going to multiply by 2. Then if you look at what we have, it says when 2 moles of methane are burned, 80 grams of carbon dioxide are produced. What is the percent yield? So the given that's with the product is always the actual yield. The one with the product is the actual yield. So we have our actual yield. We need to take our 2 moles and figure out our theoretical. So this is where the stoichiometry comes in. So we have 2 moles of CH4. Luckily they gave us moles, so we don't have to convert. So we're going to jump right to that mole ratio. So we bring moles of CH4 to the bottom. We want our information to be about carbon dioxide because that's the product that was given to us. That's our actual yield. So then we use our coefficients, 1 and 1. Now, the unit of my theoretical has to match the unit of my actual. So since the actual is given to us in grams, we're going to convert the moles to grams. So now we're going to say 1 mole of CO2, 44.01 grams. So then we can calculate how much theoretically we should have gotten. And we want to use our significant figures, so we want 3. So that would be 88.0 grams of CO2. So this is your theoretical. So anytime you answer a stoichiometry problem, that's a theoretical answer. That's based on the numbers. It's what you should get. So to find the percent yield, you take your actual and you divide it by your theoretical. Now the actual value should always be less than the theoretical. If it's not, then you've made a mistake somewhere. And then we're going to multiply by 100 to make it a percent. So 80 divided by 88 times 100, and we have 90.9% yield. Not too shabby at all. That's a really good yield. All right, make sure your percents, you're going out to at least 1 or 2 decimals. Don't forget to fill out the Google form with at least your name so that I can mark you present.